All right. Update on the story. I'm working on getting the character to the interview scene, which is important because it's kind of like what instigates or starts the whole mission. Although my plot was strong before, the actual way in which the character gets there emotionally needed to be established better. When you're writing for the catalyst, for the moment where you can't go back on your actions, kind of thing. I think the point of that needs to be built up in the setup through a proper psychological truth that the character has to go through. It has to be emotionally honest for the character, and his flaws need to add up to a consequence. The consequence needs to build up to the extent that the character can't turn back anymore. Something has happened, some fateful event has happened that he's unable to fix. So the idea is to push the character in the proper way at the beginning in order to establish, everything, the motivations, the psychology of the character. His mistake is that he thinks he needs something, but in reality he needs something else. It's the whole desire and need kind of split. It's more of an emotional need that the character needs rather than an object of desire, if that makes sense. So yeah, what I did was I rewrote the setup and I got rid of a lot of the dialogue that was there already, and it was mostly just kind of character banter with no real consequence. It was just almost like I was trying to world build with the characters. I don't think that works necessarily, although it is, a good way to kind of fill out the gaps of the character's personality, but that doesn't create momentum. It only fills in information that we weren't really asking for in a weird way. The main, most important thing that I feel I need to do right now is create the motivation for the character's emotional state and the problem that he's facing. And I do that through a buildup of consequences that ultimately lead up to one that, the character isn't able to come back from. I know I've been on the setup for a very long time. I believe that if I can nail the setup, the whole story will fall into place. Everything is already there. Like all the plot, the whole plot is there. All the interesting scenes and key shots and all kinds of crazy stuff happens in the movie. But most important is setting up the character's emotional state. So, motivation and all that setup stuff. This is what's happening right now. Anyways, I have to go write. So, this is Alchemical Fire, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.